Betrayed, love, bitter loneliness. Picture a man standing alone in the dead of night, the glow of the city outside casting long shadows across an empty apartment. He thought he would always be the one to leave, never the one left behind. Yet here he stands, surrounded by silence, haunted by the consequences of his own betrayal. This is the fate of a narcissist who believed love was a game he could never lose, until karma dealt him a bitter hand. Alex always believed the world revolved around him. In his eyes, his wife Emily existed to adore him, to cater to his needs, and to forgive his every transgression. For years, Emily endured his arrogance and cruelty. He would belittle her feelings, dismiss her needs, and vanish on business trips that were really weekend escapades of infidelity. To Alex, these affairs were his right, a thrill he felt entitled to whenever he grew bored. He kept Emily in the dark with lies and gaslighting, smugly confident that she would never leave. After all, he was convinced no one would ever walk away from someone as important as him. One warm summer evening, Alex's delusions of invincibility shattered. Emily discovered a series of text messages on his phone that laid bare his latest affair. When she confronted him, her voice trembling with heartbreak and anger, Alex didn't apologize. Instead, he sneered. He called her overdramatic and pathetic for snooping. In that moment, he decided he didn't need her anymore. Why beg for forgiveness when another woman was already stroking his ego? He packed a bag and walked out that night, leaving Emily sobbing on the doorstep. To him, this was freedom, a new beginning with no one to answer to but himself. For a while, Alex felt triumphant. He moved in with his young mistress, convinced he had traded up in life. He flaunted his new relationship on social media, posting pictures of lavish dinners and weekend getaways. Friends were shocked by how quickly he discarded his wife of 10 years, but Alex scoffed at their concern. He was living for himself, and that felt, in his mind, long overdue. Yet beneath the glitz and excitement, small cracks were starting to form. His new lover wasn't as patient as Emily had been. She bristled at his controlling demands and had no intention of playing the obedient admirer. Late-night arguments began to replace passion. Unbeknownst to Alex, the foundation of his shiny new life was already crumbling. Question: could someone like Alex really get away with betraying the one person who truly loved him? What happens when a narcissist burns every bridge, believing he'll never need to cross back over? Answer: not even Alex could escape the long arm of karma. In the end, betrayal came full circle. He wanted freedom without consequence. Instead, he got exactly what he deserved. Loneliness became his only companion. Arguments. The new relationship collapsed. In just a few short months, Alex's mistress grew tired of his selfish ways. One night, after yet another raging fight, she walked out just as casually as he once had, leaving Alex stunned. He had abandoned his devoted wife for this woman, and now she was abandoning him. The rush of victory he once felt was replaced by a seething panic. He found himself alone in a cold apartment, the same emptiness he'd forced upon Emily now staring him in the face. No path back. Swallowing his pride, Alex attempted to contact Emily. At first, it was under the guise of tying up loose ends, but soon it became pleading messages in the middle of the night. I made a mistake. I miss you. But karma had strengthened Emily's resolve. She ignored his calls and texts, having finally seen his true colors. There was no way back into her broken heart, a heart he had shattered one lie at a time. Alex realized with dread that the safety net he always assumed would catch him was gone for good. Shunned by friends and family, word of Alex's callous betrayal spread among their friends and relatives. Once he had been the charming life of the party, but now people saw the ugliness behind the charm. Mutual friends sided with Emily. Invitations dried up. Even his own siblings told him how deeply disappointed they were in him. At work, colleagues who knew of the scandal kept their distance. Alex found himself isolated in more ways than one, unwelcome in the social circles he once dominated. A life in freefall. Alone with his thoughts, Alex tried to fill the void with distractions. Dating apps, nights out, expensive toys. Nothing filled the emptiness. Each superficial fling only reminded him of what he'd lost. He would come home to silence, tossing in a king-sized bed that felt like a barren island. Sometimes, late at night, he scrolled through Emily's social media profile. There she was, smiling gently in photos with old friends, or pursuing hobbies she'd once set aside for him. She looked happier, more at peace. The realization hit him like a punch. Emily was healing and moving on, while he was stuck in a private hell of his own making. Conclusion: Alex learned too late that you cannot treat people like disposable playthings and expect to escape unscathed. The very freedom he chased turned out to be a prison of solitude. His nights are now filled with regret and the ghosts of memories, a cruel mirror image of the pain he inflicted on others. In the end, he became a living testament to a dark truth. When you betray love and trust, you may find yourself with nothing and no one left. Alex's story stands as a chilling lesson that karma may take its time, but it never forgets.